and your no columns. You got your reasons, okay? When we get to the thesis statement, we're gonna have to narrow down our reasons that we have in our yes and no column, okay? So, I don't know if you remember or not, but when we did our narrative, we had a little formula. So I want you to write this down. ID plus claim plus direction. Okay? And as a review, the ID represents what? What does the ID represent? Remember? Anybody? It represents our topic. Okay? So, under ID, our topic is studying history through fiction, right? So, okay, that's easy. Then our claim is our side. Okay? And then our direction is 3 reasons. Okay? So, what we're going to do, let's take our topic, let's turn that into a statement. Remember I told you the first thing you need to do when you're looking at your claim is put that title into a statement. So how can we turn our title into a statement that we can write together? So our topic is, or our title is, Should Students Study History Through Fiction? How can I change that to a statement? Zach?
Students should study history through fiction.
Okay, so students okay, so you're going to take, well, we'll say, we're just going to leave this part. Students should or should not study history. Everybody write this down. Through fiction. Because and this is where you have your 3 reasons. Okay? Now, the side here, your claim, is should or should not. This is what we have to determine. Okay? So, the first part of your thesis statement is done for you. Where yours are going to be different from each other is in the claim and in the direction. Okay? So now we're going to look and we're going to use that term that I said before of tracing. We are going to take our yes and our no column because they're filled out. Here's Zach's. It's filled out. And Zach is going to look. Okay, I have 4 reasons on both sides. Tracing them by looking which side has stronger points. Once you determine which side has stronger points, I want you to circle either the yes or circle either the no, whichever side you're going to do. Then we need to condense down these big, some of you guys did some big phrases and some too simple terms, okay? What I mean by that is take a look up here. My topic would be, should voluntary student work for students be mandatory? Should you have to do that? Meaning like, is it required for you to graduate in order to do that? So this was a topic we've done before. So this is an example that I have. Volunteer work, that's my ID, should be, that was my claim, mandatory for teens because, well, now I have this 3 direction. I'm going to look at my, sorry, let me put this over here. Look at my yes and no column. And I need to determine which are the most important. helps the community, helps you succeed, experience for a job, build self-confidence, help the environment, helps with social skills. Those all seem pretty good, right? No, creates stress, work experience through paying jobs. It takes time. You wouldn't enjoy it because it is a requirement. So here's my yes and no column. Do you see the difference? Some of you guys wrote like big chunks. You got to narrow down your idea to a few words. Okay? So then what I did from here is I'm going to take and I'm going to determine which of these are the most important. So maybe I say it helps the community. Maybe I say it builds, oops. Oh man, hold on a second, come on. This is not gonna be easy, because it's not on my iPad. Anyway, okay, so maybe I say it helps the community, maybe I say it builds self-confidence, and it helps the environment. If those are my three things that I felt were the most important, I put a little star next to those. Then I would determine which is the most important, which is the strongest. So on your notes, I want you to write under direction, the strongest goes last. So here, this is going to be your strongest. This is number 3. Your weakest would be number 1. And then obviously number 2 would be your middle. Does that make sense? Okay? So then what this is gonna do is this is gonna set the stage for the rest of your paper. Your first topic is what you're gonna talk about first. And the second topic is going to be what you talk about second. And then the third topic is going to be what you talk about last. Okay? Each of these are going to represent a paragraph. Alright? Does that make sense? So, what I need you to do now, before we go into the next thing of the introduction, is you have to trace your yes and no column. And you have to determine which side you feel is stronger according to the facts that you have written down. And then circle that. And then from those things, then determine what are your top 3. Okay? So I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 minutes to work on that.